Hola and bienvenidos. Welcome to my channel. I am the Pescatarian Gardener and I live in Zone 9A. Guys, it's cold. It's January and it is cold. Um, I am going to be doing something that could have been done a while ago, prior to all of this cold, and that is harvesting some ginger. Now, while you can harvest ginger um, anytime, I decided that I was going to, at one point, leave the ginger in there and just let it stay until it got warm again and let it pick up where it had left off. But I decided, you know what, I need some ginger. Let me go ahead and get one of my containers that has the ginger and harvest it. I haven't really harvested because it's been cold. I've just been in and out very quickly, doing what was necessary in the garden and then coming back in. But, it's always good to plant what you can use, not just to consume as a food, but also health benefits. Ginger has a lot of health benefits. One of them being is that ginger is really, really good when you're nauseous. If you're nauseous, ginger will help. It is wonderful with that. It's also a very good benefit when it comes to good respiratory health. There's so many benefits. We're going to talk about it. But let's get to the ginger because it's cold out here. And once we harvest the ginger, then we'll go back in and we'll talk about some of the benefits. So come on, let's go get this ginger. I have been doing quite a bit as far as the garden today because I've neglected so much. And I'm happy that I'm about to harvest this ginger because I usually will put it in tea. Sometimes I'll dehydrate it. I will put it in different food. You can make so many different things with ginger. Anyway, let's get to it. Okay, there it is, guys. This is where the ginger is. It was growing. The leaves had reached the top of this tomato cage. I just kind of put it in there to kind of support it. And this, of course, was to protect it. The leaves have since died down. Yeah, let's get this off first. Let's see. I might need 2 hands for this. Is hard. I guess because it's cold. All right, let me get my bowl. That dirt is cold, so I think I'm gonna go and get my glove. Guys, it smells so good. So good. So I do see a couple of pieces already. Got this. It's pretty good. Another piece of ginger. Oh, I feel like I just broke a piece. Yeah, I did break a piece. I see some little pieces. That. Pretty happy because this was a small piece of ginger that I put in there. And I'm really surprised at the size. Okay, yeah, I knew I had broke some when I flipped it over, and it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. And these small pieces, guys, you can put those back in the soil for the next season, and they'll do just fine. Just fine. another nice sized piece. Yep. Maybe I should have dug it out, and I would not have broken off some of them. But it's okay. It's really actually okay. It's just exciting to see how big the pieces get. I think that's it, guys. Yeah, I think that's it. A little piece. Oh, it just smells fantastic. I'm loving it. So basically, I'm just got a lot of little pieces that kind of broke off. And that's okay. That's fine. But I know one thing. This is some rich soil. Very rich soil. And I'm going to put the leaves back in there and put this dirt back in the container. But this is what we're working with. This is what we're working with. Look at that. That's a good amount of ginger. So now we got to go in the house and clean it. Alright guys, so we got the turmeric in.
I'm so sorry. I meant to say ginger.
That I use just to gently take this dirt off. And then I will gently rinse it. But I like to just brush it off first. Take the roots off. And these pieces are nice and firm. So we know that they are mature. Ready to harvest. Like I said, they could have stayed in there until it got warmer, but might as well take it out if you need some. And that's the beautiful thing about growing your own. You don't have to go any place except that backyard to get what you need. This is a big piece. Look at this root. Big root. Look at that. I'm gonna take this off. Yeah, I kind of messed that up, but I wanted to get in between here and really get this dirt off before I soak it, or rinse it, I should say. This is a good size right here. And like I said, the piece that I started this with was not a large piece at all. It was a smaller piece, but it really did its thing. It really did its thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and, like I said, take all the roots off. Brush it good. And I'm happy that it did so well, because I truly enjoy ginger tea, among other things. Another good size, another good piece. That's a good size. This also gives me an opportunity to check for any disease, because it can get diseased. It also gives me an opportunity to check for any bugs that may be in here or may have gotten to it. Got a few more pieces in here, smaller pieces. Okay. These are pretty good. Alright, so I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to go ahead and rinse it. I'm really happy with this ginger. Really happy with this ginger harvest. All right, guys, we're back. This is day 2. So I allowed the ginger to stay in the dehydrator, well, the air fryer dehydrating setting, and it is the following day. They are completely dry and nice and firm, so that's good. And so some people, the next step would be to take the skin off. Now let me just tell you a few things. You can take the skin off, or you can leave the skin on. I did some research and found out that, yeah, it's completely fine to leave the skin on if you like. I do not want to do that. I have never done that. I don't think I will ever try that. But let me just share a few things. Some people would use a knife to gently take the skin off. I've seen people use a spoon to just take it off. And some people, like me, use a good old peeler to take the skin off. So I'm going to show you all 3 ways. Let me just bring you down here so that you can see. I just use the potato peeler. And this is a small piece. It's so much easier to do it with larger pieces, but nonetheless, it gets the job done. Now, granted, a few little pieces of the skin may be on these smaller pieces, because as I say, it's harder to get them off. But on a whole, I do not include the skin. I do not, so that's that. And guys, this smells absolutely fantastic. I cannot tell you, explain to you just how good it smells. Now, there's little pieces on here, like, let me show you. I don't know if you can see that little bitty right there. I'll just kind of scrape that off like that. Just like that. And it's fine. It's absolutely fine. And then break that little, I want to get all of it. So I just take my time and I scrape it. And break this right here to make it easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, get all of this scraped off, and then I'll see you back when I put it into my spice grinder. Let me show you the spice grinder. Okay, so this is my spice grinder. Has a little cover, and everything goes in here. And you just put this onto your Ninja. It's an attachment. Put the top on, seal it, and it grinds it up. What I like about this is can you see that? It has the measurements right there. So I love that. You know exactly how much you have. So when you go to put it in a container, you know, okay, oh, I've got 4 ounces. I've got 8 ounces. You know what you need to put it in. So let me go ahead, get this all cleaned up, and then I'll show you the end results. All right, guys, so I am back. I have peeled everything. Let me put it down so y'all can see. See? And this is what was left. Now, there are quite a bit of small pieces in here, but I'm not going to fool with these small pieces. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grind this up, and I'm going to put it in the chicken feed. Now, you might be wondering why I wouldn't just grind it up with what I'm going to powder for myself. Like I said earlier, you can grind up your ginger with the skin on. However, if you do, the texture will not be the same. So I want something fine. So that's why I took the skin off of these, and I'm not worried about the rest. It's just too tedious to do these little small pieces that are like this. Some pieces like this I could save and boil and make tea with it, but I decided to give it to the chickens because of the nutritional value. So I'm going to stick these in my grinder, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grind them up. So let's put those in. I thought they all would fit, but I see that they will not. So I'm going to put these on and put them in the grinder. So I'm all done grinding up. And I'm going to scoop it in this jar. And you can make it as fine as you want. Oh, excuse me. Or as thick as you want. So, I'm going to put this in here. This will be used for foods, soups, stews, things like that. So this actually ended up being the perfect amount to put in this jar. And I always make sure that I close it tight. Guys, it has to be airtight. Get this last little bit in here. Got a little bit left in here. Perfect. And here I've got my fresh ginger. So guys, let me tell you, having your own fresh spices for whatever you're going to use your ginger is amazing. The smell is wonderful. So I encourage each and every one of you, grow ginger, plant it, because when you grow, you know it's healthy. No preservatives, nothing added, just pure ginger. Whatever you're doing, you enjoy it. Gózalo.